Okay, everybody, here we go. It is Game 5, V3 Esports vs. Crest Gaming Act. All for the marbles. Here we go. It's the winner here goes off to face Detonation Focus Me. I'm guessing the first four bands: Yumi, Tom Kench, Skarner, Karthus. If I'm gonna be wild and crazy, because these guys have been banning the same four champions every single time. Well, I need to bite my tongue because that's a karma ban. All right. Well, threw a curveball out of the gate. So V3 Esports interested in changing things up, but there's the Karthus ban. So Gragas could get thrown. I'm expecting a target ban. I'll maybe see that Gragas. Okay, not the Gragas. Still willing to lit that up. Not risking of that. Instead, gonna still continue to go after Luna. Now that Jinx that they've been banning, that they banned in that first rotation and the second rotation around the gate, is still on the table. Baby's Elise is taken away from Crest Gaming Act, leaving Akali to get locked in right away again. So similar in that regard. And Crest Gaming Act just going to fall back to what they did. They have no reason not to pick up that Shen right now. Oh, unless they want to go for the Xayah. I'd still think it would be the Shen here, just because that offered so much up for Nap and offered so much protection up, unless V3 has an answer for that now that they formulated, and maybe Crest Gaming Act is a little bit worried. Ooh, goodness. Well, you saw my background. I do like Shokugeki no Soma, so there you go. I was trying to bring up another tab to my left. But oh well. So as we see these champions locking in, Caitlyn and Morgana, so going for a lot of lane dominance for Yutarimash and Vivid. Not just going for that usual lane dominance that they've had, beating out Art and Momo, especially in that previous lane against the Nautilus. I mean, they just kind of got smacked with the Caitlyn Morgana. They'll be able to still farm safely, but also cause a lot of problems for them on the other side. So Hachimecha getting his Gragas that he's oh so comfortable on, continuing to go back to that. He showed a lot more proactive play in the previous game. It was pretty fun to see him go at it. Much more comfortable with going in and going for those dives and being a part of the play. Especially when you got the support of a Shen to go ahead and dive with you with the Stand United. So the second rotation of bans here. Got Silas getting taken off the table so that Baby cannot get that. So still fearful of that Silas, although it did not show up in game 2 for Baby. They're still pretty concerned about that. Because they don't want... There's actually quite a few ultimates now inside of Crest Gaming Act that are useful versus that second game where Silas didn't really have many ultimate options to pull from. So taking away the LeBlanc, I'm going to guess that this is going to be a Kiana ban unless Ace is a bit more comfortable with that matchup from the Akali. I do think this Akali is going to be going mid. It could get flexed to the top, expecting it to go likewise. So a lot of target bans against Baby here. I think this is completely justified from Crest Gaming Act. They have totally snuffed out the fact that Paz and Baby are sort of the keys to V3 esports success typically. And so a counter matchup taking out Volibear. Interesting. So this is likely to be in the support position. We have seen this a couple of times already. He does like to just runs at your face and usually forces a flash pretty early on. But against the Black Shield, this feels a little forced. I suppose it... No, it's not going to be going top. Or could it be going mid? This is so intriguing to me. Or this is going to be fitting into the pool here. And neglecting the Aatrox in all, because Paz didn't really make much happen with the Aatrox that previous game. I mean, it's hard to do against the Shen, but with someone like a Gangplank that can sort of poke out the Shen, I think Shen still remains relatively healthy in that, but Gangplank scales far better than the Aatrox would. I do like that adaptation from V3 Esports, not afraid to go ahead and change things up. And going ahead with the Xin, this comp, I do like it a lot from V3. They've got an actual like decent composition to go ahead and dive turrets and do a lot of burst damage. And locking in the Lulu, where are all these guys going? So that is going to be a Lulu mid. Have not seen a Lulu mid for a long, long time. And that Volibear has got to be going in the support position. Okay, there we go. I'm concerned by the Volibear pick's interesting to me because usually we've seen it used against Yumi's as a favorite tool against Yumi's because Yumi is on top of the AD carry. Volibear just runs in, gives him the big old flip, forces a flash out almost indefinitely, Maybe even makes the Yumi just go ahead and ditch her 80 carry. Because before level 6, I mean, Yumi can't really do much to stop that kind of nonsense of a bear flashing on your face. Force the flash out of the opponent. But with the black shield, I mean, depends on... I'm going to think this time around that Vivid's going to probably hold on to leveling up his skills, hold on to the black shield, instead of going for that Tormented Shadow, because that really opened up Crest Gaming Act to go ahead and do that. I'm kind of disappointed that they didn't just opt for the Nautilus again, considering Aoyama was just tearing it up so significantly on that. But similar composition to last time here. Goodbye V3 Esports to go ahead and remove some of that power from Luna, because I think the Lulu can actually hold the Akali, sort of continue to neutralize the threat in the mid lane, just keep that opponent there. Because Lulu should remain relatively healthy. I'm not sure. I want to see the summoner spells and keystones here that's going to be going onto the Lulu to see how she's going to be surviving in that lane and how that holds up. But expecting that lane to maybe remain pretty neutral. Lulu maybe get the better end of the push here. Going for... Ooh, goodness. All right. Going for the electrocute. That is intriguing. So wants to burst down her target. I'd have expected something a bit more safe. Maybe even an aftershock. You sometimes see that like on maybe something like a Lux, but that does have a little bit of burst. Man, that is so intriguing to me. Man, there's just so much going on to the composition of Crest Gaming Act. It's hard for me to sort of sift through. I suppose with the Lulu, you can go ahead and speed up the Volibear, get that point of engage a little bit faster for you. Just run at one of those targets, and does offer some AoE damage against the Akali when she's in the Twilight Shroud, so that'll be nice. But you look on the side of V3, and they can answer so much with their team composition so easily. I mean, the Black Shield can neutralize the Volibear flip. Xin can set up turret dives relatively easy, and then you have the Cannon Barrage from Gangplank to layer that on top. Lit Paz, I mean, if Nap's going to play this champion that just is not meant to do much, only stand united across the map, then Gangplank can't answer that. And we already have a teleport coming on in, forcing the flash. Baby getting very low already. Art on the chase, potentially going to get this kill, but heal does come through. Kill still not secured. Akali actually picking up the first kill on Hachimecha. And Adamio now getting very low. Another kill going on to the Akali. Art getting very low. They want to hand this over to another one of their carries, and that's 3 kills onto the side of V3. A catastrophe for Crest Gaming Act. That's 2 kills onto Akali right out of the gate. Almost a death sentence for your team. Goodness gracious, already with shutdown gold in her back pockets. That's 3 assists for every member of the side of V3. It doesn't even matter that they're not going to be making up the CS. So what went wrong here? So there was a ward that they were standing on. Hachimetra is taking some damage. Dark Binding comes through and gets burst down. And then Ace comes around on the backside. Baby gets kind of bursted down here a little bit. But the heal coming on through, the heal actually on Vivid there to go ahead and keep him safe. And Kali just getting 2 kills oh so early. I mean, I thought maybe the Lulu could hold it, but with 2 kills coming, I mean, come on. That's, oof. That is rough. I mean, CS is going to be at a disparity here a little bit. I think Gangplank should be able to catch that back up with his parlay pretty easily. But that is lane control in so many areas. So many summoner spells burnt left and right. I mean, you can see that both flashes here. Oh, Paz already getting in the face of Nap. Or Nap already getting in the face of Paz here. Dealing some damage and barely taking any on his own. So at least there's that, because they're going to need a lot here. Nap wants to keep this lane in his favor, because like that's going to be the only saving grace of this game if he can continue to maintain control. Sort of stall out the Gangplank as best they can. It should be pretty easy turret dives. I mean, besides the orange, just trying to force that orange to come out, remove Scurry from the Gangplank, then Gragas has a bit of an easier time going ahead and shifting up topside. There's still all the threats that we talked about as far as turret dives coming out from V3, I think is a bit more relevant than Crest Gaming Axe, but it is going to be a time. Crest Gaming Axe bottom lane already feeling the pressure from V3 on their bottom side. This plate going to be falling down already. Just so much gold going to be in their favor. We already see over a 1K gold differential here in this game. In Crest Gaming Act, I'm assuming with the Volibear, they wanted to be aggressive. They were confident in the amount of front-end damage in the passive to keep him healthy, where I'm assuming that's why they went for that sort of aggressive invade. But wait for the lane. Wait for your Gragas to go ahead and support getting in there. Because now what does Volibear do? He's not going to be... neither of the flashes on Caitlyn or Morgana are down, and so Volibear is completely useless until he gets his flash. Now Paz getting pinched on here under the turret, but farming up nice and easy. Cross Gaming App really trying to make something happen because they know that they screwed up so badly in that bottom lane, but Paz is like, it's all right. I know I'm behind on farm. I know I'm really behind on farm. I know I'm behind on farm, but I'm Gangplank. If I rely on the rest of my team here, we have such significant advantages here. Even if I just get a cannon barrage, I'm still going to be able to make money in these fights. I just need to kind of hold through. When you leave the lane, there's that Hex Flash, and that's a little rough. I think... I'm not sure how I based on what I'm seeing on my levels, I don't think you guys can hear it. I can hear the casters mumblings here and there. And after that Hex Flash came in, the casters went dead silent, just like I did. It was just kind of the similar wavelength. It's like, oh yeah, there's that Volibear. This is kind of just a big woof moment because it just feels just as bad as the Shyvana pick. I mean, we saw the Nautilus do so much work. Why not just do that again? Because he at least does a little bit more than the Volibear here. Just so unfortunate. And we see the pressure on the bottom side. You see the 26 CS advantage. You already got a kill. BF sword in your back pocket. This turret's going to be dead in no time. Baby's now inside the jungle. Going to be fighting against Hachimecha. And all these lanes, the bottom lane getting pushed in so hard right now. Lulu might be able to get the push on the mid lane, but this is going to be just so calculated. Level 6 on Nap, so he might be able to support it, but you're getting pushed in right now by the Gangplank, just threatening it, just getting the turret plates little by little. And I mean, Art's going to be forced to base here. He has no option but to leave, and that's now Yash is like double on the CS. Is looking to get aggressive here. A lot of burst damage onto the Luna through the electrocute coming on through. And another play just getting chipped away here and there. Hachimecha finally making his way down to the bottom lane to try and help him out. But with the pressure that they're pulling on bottom lane, Baby getting that opportune moment to get that Infernal Drake. I mean, Hachimecha has to stay here. They can maybe peek over to the Dragon Pit, but Morgana and Caitlyn will just go ahead shift on over. Ace going on in onto Luna. Ooh, if that had landed, that would have been a lot of burst. I'm sure Luna was just trying to bait out the dive from Ace. Go ahead and use that ultimate to increase that health and shield herself, try and survive that fight. I'm assuming that's how they want to get that matchup to go for themselves. Continue to see that Paz really feeling the sting of that early teleport. Nap taking advantage of that. Kudos to Nap for sort of laying into the pressure on Paz. I mean, the best thing you can do to the Gangplank, sort of just make it so that he gets stalled out, delays that Trinity Force as hard as he can. I mean, Nap's going to do his best to try and just make sure that Caster Mini does as much as it was. Paz actually, going to pick up a little bit of farm here. That's nice. For himself, really. Ooh. I thought that Caster Mini was dead. That was pretty clean by Paz there. Maybe it was a viewer bug as far as like the health that I was seeing, but that was nice and toasty. The dot damage from Gangplank. Nice and easy on that. So I do think I want to see Hachimecha continue to drill home on the top side of the map, because that's about the only advantage that they've secured for themselves. Stop trying to like it's tough. It's tough. You want to save bottom lane so badly, but I think that's just a wash. I think you got to try and focus towards the top side of the map, because you're not going to be able to have the Lulu follow you out of lane, because I just don't see that likely happening. It's going to be difficult to sort of answer anything else, and I mean, Gangplank is difficult enough to dive with the Cannon Barrage. But, I mean, Baby is a level up. Oh, did he get the smite? No, he didn't. Oh, Baby's going to come right with you, Hachimecha, and getting very low. There's a level difference. Baby does have Flash right now. Damage coming out from Caitlyn there. Caitlyn ulti. Not going to chase that further. Doesn't want to use Flash just yet because Baby's got the advantage on level, so going to just ride that home. Keep that in their pockets. They know that Hachimecha is still not ready probably to tussle just yet. And Baby going to work his way into the jungle and actually now invade onto Hachimecha, which kind of makes me question why was he there. So Hachimecha level 6 now. Pressure from the bottom lane. The bottom lane cannot assist him. Lulu not even coming over. Now he's shifting on over. We do see the engage from the side of Crest Gaming. Active Terminash getting very low. The Shen coming in for the taunt. Gonna get the kill onto Caitlyn. Cannon Barrage does come down, but not securing a kill for V3. So Nap coming in big on the Shen with the Stand United. Rather pivotal. Lulu going to answer the Gangplank by teleporting top. Beautiful play by Crest Gaming Act to make sure that Gangplank continues, doesn't get to just free farm that. Nice pulling the trigger because Baby's attention was towards the jungle. He was not ready to go and actively go for the invade. Momo does have Flash right now. Oh, don't even get to see the replay. Oh, no. Momo, were you staying here too long? Baby does still have Flash, does have the Black Shield on him, so can avoid any sort of shenanigans from the Volibear. And that's going to be a kill over, so what was going to be an awesome play ends up just going another kill over for V3. Unfortunate. And another Infernal Drake coming on up for V3. Don't think... I'm not sure what the timers of these ultimates are. I don't think... Oh, ooh, that is... that is a really unfortunate. That is a wash of 600 gold. I don't know what you meant to push there. That was a misclick if I ever did see one. And that might cost your life here a little bit later. Very unfortunate for the side of Crest Gaming Act as they're trying to make a play onto this Rift Herald. Still might be able to do it. I mean, Vivid was making his way, but just going to say, forget it. Don't worry about it. Let him have it. We want to get this last plate on this bottom lane turret. Let's go ahead, shove this in, call back to Morgana, maybe even get first turret blood gold because we're so close. A teleport from Shen, going to get binded. Oh, and the bind does come in from the Morgana to stop that. So Shen does not going to get to come in for the protection. Momo looking for a flip, but nothing going to happen. But now Luna out way too far on his own. Going to ulti to keep himself safe. Keep going out. Sure can flip in. Ace going to get that kill, surely. Ooh, but the heal comes in from and Luna healing on up. I'm not sure where the heal was. Oh, it is on Art. Okay. Goodness gracious. All right. Zin picking up 2 kills for himself. Paz still into the fight. Trying to get that kill on Art. Force the flash on there, but here comes Vid around the corner through the turrets, I guess. And that's 3 members dead. 1 dead on the side of V3. Did they even get Rift Herald for themselves? I'm not quite sure if they were able to pick up that charm. No, they absolutely were, yeah. And it's and that's where my confusion was. The heal is on Art, not on Yutorimash. Moyash. Oh, goodness. I keep butchering that name. I need to look in the mirror and just say it over and over again. Because the way that this game is looking, it looks like V3 is likely going to be the candidate to go against Detonation Focus Me in the finals. See that replay. So Crest Gaming Act really want this Rift Herald for themselves, and respectively so. They need to find a way to punch their ticket back into this game. Here comes the teleport. Nice binding from Vivid. Coming on out. Nice roaming around. Slow him down. Getting pincered on that turret. Oh, but another fight. Looks like Rag is going to pick up the Infernal Drake. So Infernal Drake to both sides. Baby going to get taken down immediately. Cannon Barrage was used already, but here comes Paz trying to pick up a kill. Yutorimash does get the kill onto the bear. Gangplank going to get dropped by Luna. And so 2 kills picked up for Crest Gaming Act. And also an Infernal Drake. So they're itching their way in this game little by little. They are still down by a turret. Plates still available. 30 seconds left. We need to see this Rift Herald used to get some plates for themselves. It's probably too late now. Yeah, I don't think they're going to be able to get this. Greg is trying to make his way as quickly as he can to the bottom side of the map, but no, that is going to be well and timed out. Yep, that is unfortunate. You should not have been farming wolves, my friend. You should have been going to get those plates because you need as much gold as you can. Hachimecha really just, I mean, the stopwatch, a lot of unfortunate things. Not been impressed. Hachimecha, I've had my problems with certain things he's been doing this split, and it's just kind of, this series has been rounding that out even more so. Gotta really start looking at some roster moves maybe in this off split. But let's continue on with the game. Talk about that later. Baby Black Shield going to be going on in Audima Momo, get Dark Bound. Stand United does come in, but it doesn't matter. Caitlyn going to go ahead, clean that kill up, and that's a big cooldown used by Crest Gaming Act. A very pivotal one once more. As it feels like this game is slowly slipping out of the hands of Crest Gaming Act as they're 5k down. V3 very interested in taking this turret for themselves. They are setting themselves up to get this turret dive into motion. They can continue to chip away at this turret for themselves. Without much answer, I mean, there is a Infinity Edge completed on that Caitlyn, sitting 3-1. Pretty Essence Reaver on the Xayah, sure, but look at the CS lead in that. Almost a 60 CS lead over on the Caitlyn to the Xayah. Goodness gracious. I mean, even the gap between the Gangplank and Shen has closed so significantly. Gangplank finding farm where he needs to. That is just... Ooh. Game really... Cars Gaming really coming under fire. It's going to be really difficult for them to come back into this game. They're just lost... There's not a lot of great ways for them to engage. It's going to rely on V3 to go in and then maybe Shen coming in, getting a flash taunt. I mean, you can have the bear flash and flip, but I am not impressed with this composition. I thought it was both of these teams pulling out these strange comps and nothing. When it does deviate too hard, all of a sudden it just kind of becomes this question mark and this like interesting, like, what are you doing, man? I don't understand. Just play a straightforward match here, but goodness gracious. So much CS lead. Jeez Louise, that is ridiculous. So no objectives on the map. Neutral objectives right now on the map for either team. Got a little over 4 minutes now before Baron becomes a threat, but don't think it's going to be, these teams are going to be forcing that too quickly. Neither of these teams are really Baron taking types early on. They just want to scale up. And V3, with the lead that they have, they're completely fine with scaling up. They want to get Caitlyn with that 3 items, get over that static shiv, so that she can go and take shots comfortably from in a distance fight. See that timer for Dragon coming on in. It's going to be a Mountain Drake, so that'll be actually a big ticket item. It's going to grab a lot of importance on that for Baby to go ahead and pick up. As V3 do a good job of setting themselves up here. That ward's going to catch out Baby. A very nice ward for that. Blade Collar going to stun up Paz, but nothing too worried. Baby just getting in the face. We've seen him do this multiple times, scanning through the jungle, making sure, trying to clean out camps, get the vision, try and get behind people, looking for flanks. Crest Gaming Act, they have to commit almost everything they have to this mid lane, like protection. And I mean, I'm not sure how they wrestle this game back. They need such an immaculate sort of team fight to occur. They need to get like such a lucky pick, a taunt onto one of these main carries, but there's so much damage threat on the side of V3. And this Lulu, I'm not, it's been a long time since we've seen AP Lulu. I'm not sure how she's, how many games, I should probably like look that up. She's had this split even in the mid lane role because she used to be a favorite. So she's got a respectable amount. Looks like about 26 games and actually some decent wins. And it does look like Crest Gaming actually do use her quite often as an answer. So want me to bite my tongue, I suppose. Oh, wait, I looked up. Goodness gracious. I was like, why does this not make sense? I looked up Luna and not Lulu. Goodness. That makes a lot more sense. So there's 28 picks, 9 bans. So it has shown some prevalence. But we got a fight going. Cannon Barrage already dropped on the backside. Luna getting very, very low. Volibear already dropping because what can he do except run at you and then die? But Hachimecha trying to find an ace in the hole gets fired off. Art is out of the fight. Hachimecha getting taken down as well. Art going to have to recall, and V3 get the turn of the lane for themselves. Just waiting for that minions to show up. 2 members dead on the side of Crest Gaming Act. Not interested in taking that. Baron just did. It's not even up yet, but goodness gracious, the gold lead continues to grow as it's nearly a 10k gold lead. Ugh, goodness gracious, getting closer to about 9k gold lead actually. And let's go ahead and see the start of that dive because I missed it. So ace on the side, just turret's been getting chipped away little by little here. Comfortable with that, getting the last shot here. They get the flip. Volibear gets the flip, but no one's able to follow up. He does a flip and then just dies. That's what Volibear is meant to do. He just goes in, tries to tank up the damage, but there's so little money on the side of Crest Gaming Act. Volibear cannot be healthy, and his passive can't like cheese him through like these short scuffles to keep to get that health regen to clock in. And so just the side of Crest Gaming Act's team, it's sort of crumbling, falling apart. We saw it there. Like there's just no damage threats. There's all these targets getting popped so easily. The idea is maybe to kind of like sustain through the damage of V3, but it's just falling apart so easily. But yeah, looking across the board here, yeah, I'm just not. The Lulu. I've got a lot of questions. It's 19 losses, 9 wins. It feels pretty misplaced here. Maybe that was the only comfortable. I feel like there's just so many other options. Now Luna getting caught out, ace in the hole coming through. That doesn't even connect. V3 is baby gonna go ahead clean that kill up. As he's been doing what he's been doing, roaming around, Vivid with him this time, making sure he stays healthy with Black Shield. And Luna can't do anything now. Just a squishy target, even if he ulted himself, doesn't matter. Paz dropping the Cannon Barrage onto Art, I guess trying to make something happen, just keep the pressure on Art so that he can't base. We've got Ace heading up towards the top side to provide additional cover onto Art. Art, what are you doing, man? Maybe I guess the recall got stopped. I'm trying to get the kill onto Paz, getting very, very close. Featherstorm coming on out. Blade Collar not able to get pulled there. Paz getting very low, but the kill does get secured and picked up by Ace. With all that nonsense going on the bottom side, I mean, Art made a big mistake there, just pushing out way too far forward. For no real reason. Now the gold lead dipping over the scale of 10k. V3 just keeping up the pressure in now all 3 lanes. You can just see that just so much damage coming out. I mean, okay, ill-fitted effort there. All members of Crest Gaming Act, so V3 going to back on out now. Maybe to reset with all that gold that they have accumulated for themselves. And this is just getting worse for the wear. You can just look at the item differences between these guys. Caitlyn not even opting for to get the static shiv, getting the QSS first for herself. Even if the taunt does connect, can just QSS that quickly, get rid of that. Not a big deal at all. No problems. Nothing to worry about. Oh, goodness. This game has just been quite the snowball ever since that disastrous level 1. I mean, I understand what you want to do with the Volibear, but like, why not pick the Nautilus in this? It feels so much more comfortable. I really think Crest Gaming Act could have done something else for Luna in the grand scheme of things. V3 very forward with what they want to do. They're not afraid of anybody on Crest Gaming Act, even Vivid just getting in their faces and saying, hey, if I Dark Bind you, might have somebody right behind me to go ahead and kill you. You better be scared. But yeah, against this Akali, like, I mean, I feel like you could have gone so many other champions. I mean, he's got so many other champions in his pool. Yes, a lot were taken off the table. Even the Talia, I don't think Talia had been banned this game. No, Talia was still available, and it was a match that they had done so well with the Talia. Like, maybe they had a Akali Talia lane, maybe the Talia Kiana is a better matchup in that. It's hard for me to say. Don't know mid lane matchups exceptionally well. All I know is I am not too impressed with the Lulu so far. I suppose if one team's going to... I mean, if V3 is going to pick a Shyvana last game, got to have somebody else pick something worse the next game, kind of answer that in tow. I mean, legitimately, it probably would have been a good pick. I can see how the matchup would have worked with the Lulu and Akali keeping lane, deny Akali the kills, but starting the game with Akali picking up 2 kills is miserable. We see fighting over vision in the jungle. Christ Gaming Act cannot approach V3 even when they sort of got this defensive position. Ward gets dropped in a bush and they have to scatter very quickly. Got a nice split push stat up for themselves. Nap can't even really flex the fact that he has the Stand United and teleport in his back pocket. Luna getting, if that Dark Binding landed, I'm sure that Luna would have died there. Trap getting dropped and very fast subsequent damage. We even see that Gangplank now has the CS advantage onto Shen. So all that work against Gangplank nullified now. Almost feels inevitable for Gangplank to eventually scale up. And he had a pretty... I mean, Paz did a great job of surviving the lane, staying safe for himself. So now Gangplank probably going to have the advantage in that lane. Paz going to start tearing things up. And the Trinity Force and Essence Reaver, those cannon barrages are going to start hurting in a major way. Imagine he probably has the first 2 maybe buffs up here. See the Predator come out from the Gragas. We see Baby going on in, almost nuking Luna, having to keep herself safe. Does stay safe just barely, but Art now out on his own, going to get taken out very easily. Kali picking up that kill. Lulu dead on the backside, and Automate Momo is also dead as well. That's 3 members dead. Is that going to be the game here? It very well could be. Have the side lane, all the members of V3 shifting on over to the bottom side, going to lead those minions in. Nap doing his best to try and clear this wave out. And actually being rather successful. Doesn't matter, though, because you got a mid lane. Oh, Hachimecha, you are a dead man. Easy kill for you, Tamashi. And V3 looks like they have probably just punched their way to a finals match here. What is that teleport are you doing, Nap? All right, forced to flash. Going to have to get out of there. Is V3 going to close out the game here? They've got double Mountain Drake. They've got such a substantial amount of gold. All right, for now, they're just going to go out of here as Crest Gaming X starts respawning here. But now they should be able to look for a Baron, at least fight for that Baron pretty easily. We've seen V3 already pull the trigger pretty quickly on that. With this lead, they have no reason not to. Let's go ahead and see this fight start out. Dark Binding lands onto Luna. You can just see how quickly Luna had to use the wild growth on herself and the shield. Just gets taken out. Gangplank comes around with a parlay. Pops ya. In that side push, I mean, Shen did not even really get to partake in that fight at all. Oh, goodness gracious. So many just rough things. I think he'd try. I missed which target he tried to Stand United. I'm assuming it tried coming in through. Now Paz just taking on the 1v1 against Art, dropping the cannon barrage. Just trying to keep everyone distracted here on the bottom side. Going to flash out because why? The rest of V3, they're getting Baron. Oh, or not. Well, I was confident they were doing that because he had pulled so much threat. I'm not sure what everybody else side of V3 was doing on their side. I guess they really don't want a 50-50 smite. But, I mean, yeah, just do what you were doing. Like, all right, sure. Okay, they got the Baron. I mean, another Infernal Drake's about to happen. I think that could have been executed a little bit better from the side of V3. That's something that I think the coaches need to shore up. That, hey, if Paz is doing this bottom lane, he literally just pulled 3 people bottom side. You can then have Ace fend off anybody outside of the Baron pit. You know he can kill any target on their team at this point. Go ahead and get it done. Do this 1-3-1 setup for yourselves between that Baron pit and side lane. Not strictly a 1-3-1, of course, but you get what I'm saying. It's gracious, but this is going to be an easy game for V3 to close out. Their gold lead is so significant. We see an ultimate getting dropped out by Gragas there, but Caitlyn going to chip away that turret. There's the super minions slowly making their way down the mid lane as well. Can just go ahead, shift over that lane, bring those super minions up through. There's another inhibitor up that they can go ahead and mosey on over. If any of their members, Paz, Ace, or Utamashi, get low, they do got teleport for themselves to go ahead and just come on back down. And without any real wave clear on the side of Crest Gaming Act, this game is assuredly over. Crest Gaming Act, there's just a lot of things that went wrong this game. As we see this closing out, Ard getting almost obliterated. Can Barrage getting dropped down. Shield dropped down to Ard. Going to be able to make it to back to the fountain. But, oh my gosh, this Akali popping off now. Nadia Momo just getting obliterated. Healing at the fountain, but just barely. And that's going to be that. Nice, just closed out game. V3 never really lost control. Crest Gaming Act tried to come back through it, but just essentially disasters. A really questionable pick ban. Really questionable level 1. Like, if you're going to play those champions, there's a lot of things to shore up. Played well by V3, way to answer that aggression. I think V3 was the better team on the day. Even throughout the games that they lost, they just showed signs of aggression. I think they need to sort of figure out that getting Baby on those, making sure Baby is successful in the jungle is a pretty big, pivotal thing for their team. Ensure that they get that going for themselves. Their bottom lane has really been on fire. It looked like they had just complete control throughout the game. So congratulations to V3. Excited to see how they hold up to Detonation Focus Me, because based on the results of today, I do think they have a decent chances. Don't want to see that Shyvana again. Please do not pick it. Be smart in your pick bans. I liked what you did today. Your games that you won, and even one that you lost in that game too. But come on, don't pick that AP Shyvana. Come on, get smart here. But as far as the offseason for Crest Gaming Act, I already kind of alluded to it before. I have just not been overall impressed with Hacha Mecha. I think there's a lot to look in the jungle position. Maybe, it got him to a successful run in the regular season, but it just need more signs of life from the jungle position to answer the enemy. And only when he was extremely beneficial to go and make a play did he go and make it. I mean, that sounds a little awkward. I want to see more 60-40s is what I should say. We see Sven Skaren almost take 51-49s in NA, being aggressive with that Gragas. That's why it's everyone denied him that Gragas, because he was so influential with it, because he was it felt like he was playing this overly aggressive champion that just completely mauled people. Very counterintuitive, or very counter to your typical what you would consider Gragas as that tank threat, which people so commonly associate with him being. But now he is much an AP threat, and they need someone like that to do it. But if your most comfortable champion is Gragas and you're not doing that, I start to have problems. It sort of breaks down for him. Why are you picking Gragas if you're not being forward and aggressive? I'll throw you on Sejuani. I know she was nerfed for this patch, but if this is how you're going to play, I think Sejuani is going to work out better for you. I mean, I think in that case, you still put that ban up for Silas to deny that pick for Baby so that he does not get Glacial Prison, but just rough stuff on that side. But overall, fun series. I'm glad that it went to all 5 games. I'm going to see if my voice is shot. But anyways, guys, thank you all for listening. If you did, let me know how I can improve. I know I can improve in team fights. I was stuttering left and right so much today. I think I was maybe the coffee. Don't want to make excuses. Just need to improve. That's all, and learn it little by little. Thank you all for listening. Have a nice one. Bye.